So, hello and welcome back to some more Ace of the Attorney of Ace. One cannot ace as much as an attorney can an attorney ace the attorney. Yes. Phoenix right. Oh. Can I get some music? Can I get some December 27th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. All right, we're jumping into it. The final court day. Let's see if we can give Edge Boy his well-deserved freedom. He is a childhood friend after all. A court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Yes, Karma? Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who's the judge here, Eddie? I know. Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Earth to Karma, you gonna wake up, buddy? Hello? Very well, no opening statement, so... It's like Karma was just like, I just want to object. I can't start my morning without an objection. People start their mornings with a cup of coffee. No, I start mine by silencing people. Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Depending on how long I read, no. Well, like 3 hours. Order. Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Bah! Must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness, my decisive witness to the stand. It's that mysterious boat shop owner. I thought it was the parrot. Am I misremembering something? I thought the parrot was like the secret witness. Oh, my bad. Witness, state your profession. He owns the wet noodle shop. I am the proprietor of the restaurant The Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. Thanks, Dino. Is Dino not doing Dino's job? Oh. Nice. I guess Dino must have just done Dino's job. Yes, a minute ago. Hi, Nova. How you doing this fine evening? Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Yeah, raise an objection. Who is he? Objection! Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Don't object me. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah! I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Tisk, tisk. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. Papa! State your name, Papa! Yes. Well, I'm not really sure. Yep. What do you mean? My memory. Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name.
He can't recall, you say?
Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify.
Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we, witness?
You had to peel 2 kids off of a playground. Well, was it a good peeling, you know? Did you use a peeler? Or did you just, go by hand, you know? It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yep. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats, as usual. And then I heard a bang. Hey, yep. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. And then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore, and a man walks by my window.
Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination.
It was agonizing, like flipping an omelet that's burnt and stuck to the pan. Oh, no. At that point, it's no longer an omelet. It's just scrambled eggs with bits of vegetables cut up in between. Yeah. It's not an omelet anymore. It's just scrambled eggs. Objection. What are you objecting? This is the dude's testimony. There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now.
Yes. Mr. Wright?
Yes, cross-examine. Are you shitting me? Like, what are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness.
Very well, you may begin.
Rah!
Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma.
3 minutes just passed.
I see. Well, then let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness.
Please, Papa, tell me everything you know. It was the night of the 20... Oh, I already... Okay. Press. Hold it right there. Just after midnight, you say? Then that means it was the 25th. Hey, yep, just around in. Are you sure? Pretty sure. Yeah, yep. When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today. Damn it! Wake up! I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right? Oh! And don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly, I did. Hey, you see, continue. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual. Are you sure you rent boats? At the Wet Noodle. Is there anyone who can verify that? Polly, get the bird in here. Yes. Well, I guess Polly could. That's not good enough for a court of law. I disagree. Wait, isn't there like a parrot mimicked like a murder happening? Isn't that like a real thing? I swear that is. Parrot in court. Parrot testifies in court. I swear this is a real thing. Yes, talking parrot witness to murder. Oh, that's awesome. Yes. Oh, that's awesome. It is a real thing. I remembered that. I was just like, what? Ace Attorney IRL? No way. There's lawyers in real life? What? Who would have thought? Who would have thunk? Oh, God.
Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough?
Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot.
A parrot?
Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy.
Keith?
The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. All right. You heard a bang, did ya? And where did this bang seem to come from? You find lawyers being real hard to believe? I know, but it's true. It's true. Lawyers actually exist. It's like Better Call Saul. It's not based on reality. But lawyers exist. Where they got that mythical creature that the show's based on, it exists. It truly does. From the lake, I figure. Are you certain? Hey, up. Good. Continue. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. But I figured there were 2 men out there. Yep. But you couldn't see them clearly. Yep. At the time, that is. At the time. So you could see them at another time then. Then I heard another bang. So you heard 2 gunshots total. Yep. That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday. But the gun said it was fired 3 times. Just about then, the boat come back to shore, man walked by my window. By your window? Yep, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but right there in front of me, I saw him.
This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. I have a bad feeling about... Oh, look, that's a Star Wars quote. I got a bad feeling about this. That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. If I know Von Karma, he spent time preparing his witness. I'm not going to find contradictions very easily in this testimony. It's tough. It's tough being a mythical creature known as a lawyer. A laurier. It was... Okay. Alright, you heard a bang. You looked out the window, you saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then you heard another bang. I want to present to you this pistol that was fired 3 times, despite the fact that you say you've only heard 2 gunshots. Yeah! Oh, no! Come on! It's right there for the taking! It does it does! It does! It does contradict the thingamajig! If you take away 2 little blue bars on me, oh boy. Oh, Judge. Oh, you and me, Judge. Parking lot. After this, we're duking it out. Lawyer sounds like the name of a vampire would have. I can see that. I can definitely see that. Then you heard another bang. Yes. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore. I can't believe he's dead. Hold it right there. Are you sure? Yeah? Uh-oh. Papa! Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by too. witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him, that Edgeworth boy, yeah! Oh, boys.
This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt.
I see plenty of room for doubt. Have you seen the mental, fortitude of this witness here? Von Karma. Damn it. He lured me into a cross-examination so he could set me up for a fall. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. I'd better act quick or this trial's gonna be over. Raise an objection? I don't know what I'm objecting, though. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? And the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand? Exactly. Tisk, tisk. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. Are you ignoring the truth of the matter here? Yeah, but how do you do that? Everything in this witness testimony is true. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Well, raise an objection. Same mental fortitude as the judge. I gotta give the judge some credit where credit is due. I think the judge has more than the witness, but that's not a tough bar to break, you know. Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, "I can't believe he's dead," but his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie, Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Nick, do we have evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you. Tisk, tisk, tisk. 3 minutes was perhaps too high in expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record.
Enough. The witness may leave the stand.
Nah, he's taking a nice nap.
This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts.
Come on, Mia. Come on. You just pop in last second. You got it. What? No.
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
What? What? How did I screw up?
The accused will surrender to the court immediately to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date.
Disappointed!
I'm disappointed too. I lost? Oh, thank God.
Who was that just now?
Who's the me in question? Huh? What? Larry? Larry, let's go! Yeah! Let's go, Larry! Oh, I was worried for a second. Oh! Larry! Are you the GOAT, Larry?
What are you doing here?
Listen, You gotta listen to me. I was I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it.
Remembered what?
The gunshot. I heard it too.
Order.
Don't object me, Von Karma. What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment.
One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot?
Yeah, I did. A gunshot. That night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Yeah.
Order. Order. Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed.
You're the judge. You kind of make up the rules as you go. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He can make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there's another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned.
Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard.
What is this?
I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty.
Yes! Go, Larry! Hell yeah!
Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify now.
What?
The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned.
All right. Let's go, Larry. Hell yeah. Whew. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. Get it? Edge? Edge is because your name... you get it. You get it. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. Like the very bullet you used to kill that guy. I mean... I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night. Yes. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right. Right. And he found the balloon in the air... Oh, and he found the balloon and the air tank that night. No, he just found the balloon. He lost the air tank. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You say something right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. So did he shoot himself? Why did he kill himself? I mean, why did he silly slide? Yes. I see. Right. It seems me and Maya have the same voice. We just come from 2 different districts. Yeah? This might be our chance. Oh? A chance to run away together and have a happy family? Our chance? Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. as a prank, yeah, run away together as a prank. For shits and giggles. As 2 platonic buddies. One of my favorite green texts is like, it's like, oh, I lost my job in my house, so I asked my buddy if I could live with him, and he's like, yeah, come live with me. And it's just like, but it's like, he let me sleep on the couch, and he thought I was uncomfortable, so he let me sleep in his bed, but we said no homo, so you know. And like they just like keep upping the ante, but it's just about we said no homo, so it's okay. And they like adopt a kid, and then they get married because they don't want the kid to like feel bad. That's like one of my favorite green texts. Oh, it's great. Oh, you meant this silly slide. Oh, yeah, that's one hell of a prank, let me tell you. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick. Not 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15. Everything's on Larry now. Want to see something that'll change the trajectory of your entire life? What? Eh?
The court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th.
Right. Leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Come on, give Larry a bit more credit than what he's worth, you know? I don't know what... I'm sorry, Nova. Oh, I mean, that's taking pranks a little too far, you know? Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. All right, Larry. Come on. That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back into the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home.
That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared.
Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick.
All right. Come on, Larry. Help me out here. He's out on a boat on the lake. Hold it right there.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright?
There were so many things wrong, I didn't know where to begin.
Ah,
Well, okay, first of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 when I went out on in the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. Oh, I'm not even doing the Larry voice. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out on a boat such a late hour? I was looking for something, and I found it. Hold it right there. Looking for something? Yeah.
Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for?
What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely it was hunting for this... Oh, he was hunting for this Gordy. That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense. This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. So I quietly slipped the boat... So I quietly slipped the boat back in the rental shop dock. Why can't I read that one? Out of all the... I suck at reading to begin with, but damn. That one line in text, it just screws up my brain. Around what time was that? Well, let's see. I figured I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was around 12. Yeah.
You're not sure?
Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. And just as I was thinking about heading home, I heard this bang. Oh, up. Hold it right there. Where did this sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know.
Did you look at the lake?
Yeah, I looked. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. Oh? Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Was it Larry's boat?
Order, order. Well, Mr. Butts.
Whoa. Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Oh, okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of the case. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. Just one? So you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh. Well, Nick, it was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on the contradictions. Sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. I already know it. Can I finally use the gun, for crying out loud? After I heard that single gunshot, I present to you the murder weapon that has been fired 3 separate occasions. Object! Come on! When can I use the gun with the firing of the bullshit? Yeah, take away 2 things from me. I don't care anymore. You heard that single gunshot, you went home. Okay. I don't know. Oh, I guess Lotta. Okay, can I present Lotta's thing? I heard 2 sounds like gunshots just after midnight. Okay. Ah, finally. Okay, so it wasn't the gun, it was Lotta's testimony. Wait a sec, Larry. What? You only heard 1 bang? You're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. He's got the twitchy smile. Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? God damn it, Larry.
Mr. Butts,
What?
they only heard one gunshot. Are you sure?
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure.
Eh?
Not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude, with my headphones. What? I mean, I'm right there with you, Larry. You know, like, I'm not trying to listen for, like, if I'm just out in a boat looking for my, deflated samurai, yeah, I'd throw on a pair of headphones. I'm always wearing, I'm never not wearing headphones.
Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones.
But what radio station is on at midnight? Well, I mean, I guess music will play, but there'll be no DJs. Yeah, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everyone listens to the radio. What's the big deal?
Mr. Von Karma, your opinion?
Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony.
Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony?
Yes, continue. Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony. If Von Karma doesn't want Larry, then that means I want Larry. Because whatever Von Karma wants, I'll just do the opposite. Bah. Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost.
Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio.
Right. Leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this. Believe me. I'm going to press him on the radio. What radio stations are on at midnight? Huh? On Christmas. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio. All requests? On Christmas? I was listening to it real booming loud, like, but I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it, too.
You were listening to your radio at a high volume?
Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drumbeat from the radio.
True enough. It is difficult to believe his testimony.
Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot.
Excuse me? DJ? What is a DJ?
An announcer. The guy who says things on the radio. A DJ. A disc jockey. Anyway, what this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Wright.
I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Come on, Larry. Pull through for me. Hold it right there. Oh, thank you for the follow. Hopefully I'm going to pronounce this right. Izara Titania. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. And how are you doing this fine morning, evening, or night? Depending on time zone. Welcome, welcome. So you turned on the radio. Turn up the radio. right. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? I don't know what you don't know what it's like out there, alone on Christmas Eve. Alone. Aw, I feel bad for Larry. I'm right. All right, let's go. I'm really bad at pronouncing names, so I'm sorry. I take this as a humble victory. But yes, welcome, welcome. Hopefully I can keep you nice and entertained. I shouldn't have said anything. Aw, poor Larry. And all requests show, but at midnight on Christmas Eve? Hold it right there. Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to? It's not irrelevant. It's not irrelevant. This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor.
Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set to that night?
I'm good, no worries. Hell yeah. I was listening to it real booming loud like. To what dial, you know? Between 1 to 10. Yeah, you know.
And you had headphones on?
Yep.
I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all.
But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. How do you know? Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. Nah, I can't prove it. But I remember that moment loud and I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. Well, what did the DJ say? What did she say? How do you know it was a she? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said? Warts. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us?
Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care.
We should care, because it proves that Larry's testimony is true. I don't know. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask him? Phoenix has got a point.
Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot?
Just when she said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot. Almost Christmas. Meaning it was still the 24th. All right. Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice. Maybe Von Karma was right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. It gives us a time frame, Phoenix. It tells us it was before Christmas. That is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Exactly. Like, come on, Phoenix. Damn, we got him. Hell yeah, we do. But Phoenix just doesn't see it. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. All right, come on. All request show, listening to it real booming loud, heard a gunshot. DJ was saying when you heard it too. You heard the gunshot. All right. Time of death, sometime on the 24th or 25th. Can't use that. That's no real time frame. Taken automatically at 12:15 a.m. Yes. Objection, Your Honor. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy. Yes, you do, Larry.
Is something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot.
Indeed. And?
Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas! Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve.
That would seem to be the case, yes.
But he should have heard the gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what the time was on the photo taken when this gun triggered Miss Hart's camera. I'm doing good. I love this. It's him, boys. He did it. He said it. It wasn't Christmas. Oh, this is beautiful. I love this game. Oh, I'm so happy to have played this.
12:25:15. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day.
This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Yeah!
Order, order. What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight.
Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What?
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butt's claim he heard the gunshot before midnight?
I mean, like, sound travels, but I don't think it takes 15 minutes to travel from boat to camera. I'm just gonna say he's right. For shits and giggles. For giggles and shits. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim? Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. It's giggles and shits. Because you know what the saying goes? It's all shits and giggles. Until somebody giggles and shits. Okay, so... shows an empty lake. Taken on him. Ah! Yeah! Take that!
Look at his photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh. And then
Laughed and sharts, indeed. Chuckled and... I don't know. Just chuckled and pooped. That was not as funny. I should quit while I'm ahead. But thank you, Izara. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m.
Oh? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture.
Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises.
Aha.
Correct. There was a loud noise in the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most certainly still Christmas Eve.
Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then, where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken?
Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were 2 sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them. But why? Why would that be the case? Yeah.
Why would this be?
Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises.
Yes?
There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggered the camera. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear!
Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any.
Fired 3 times. Could this be it? Maybe? 3 times. So, 2 shots, or 1 shot before midnight, 2 shots after. Can I finally use this gun as evidence? Because I've been using this gun as evidence, and it's been screwing me over so many times. Wasn't the sensitivity adjusted at some point? It was adjusted after the fact. Set to automatically take a picture when a loud noise is detected, faces the lake. Like, the sensitivity was adjusted. Lotta did say that, but I don't have any evidence that says the camera was adjusted. Something tells me to use the pistol. But every time I've used the pistol, it's screwed me over. So it's like, oh, I don't know. I could use the camera. It's either the camera or the gun. Pistol doesn't feel right. But, like, her camera was changed to be more sensitive. Both of you guys are saying camera. But the reason why I'm saying gun is because it's like 1 shot after midnight, 1 shot before midnight, 2 after. There's your proof there. I'll say the camera, I guess. You're not saying camera? I'm gonna cheat. Oh, I can't cheat. I can't pause. Oh no. I can't save. Fired 3 times. Something's telling me it's the gun. Something's telling me it's the gun. But why aren't there 3 photos? Then why are there not 3 photos? You mean you can't pause? Okay, I can go to the... No, I mean like pause as in so I can save the game. I can't pause the menu so I can go save it. Yeah, I can, you know. Hey, that kind of pause, sure. Because I was just gonna save the game. If I got it wrong, then I would just reload the save file. Oh, I'm just gonna say gun. Please. Yeah, the murder weapon? Oh, thank God, it was the gun. Whew. Yes, the pistol's been bothering me this whole game. Something about this pistol is bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now I have realized the truth. That the 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Eh? Phoenix, you lost me. I thought there would be the 1st shot.
That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake.
Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why? Uh-oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. What's wrong, Nick? I have it! Eureka! Urethra! I have it! Huh? Remember the case with the steel samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya. Yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm gonna run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me... Oh, yeah. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick. Your Honor?
Yes, Mr. Wright?
The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
Tisk, tisk, tisk. So, you finally realize the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Tisk, tisk. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. Yes? There was a gunshot fired from that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been silly slide. Hi, Neko. How you doing this fine morning, evening, or night, depending on time zone? Welcome. Well, I kind of went into Von Karma there for a second. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat.
I admit it. It's hard to imagine any other possibility.
Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
We have photographic evidence of the time. Oh,
We have photographic evidence at the time of the shooting.
yeah, but I mean, like, he's not dead. Nah.
The timestamp on that photo says 15.
But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. There were 3 people! Oh, there were 3 people. Maybe. What if? I don't know. It started weird, but going okay now. How about me? I'm doing pretty good. I'm having a good morning. And I hope your day nice and mellows out for you. Unless it's a good kind of weird. Like, it's strange, but it's like, you can think back on it like, that was kind of neat. All right. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the two men on the boat are. The murderer and Hammond. Yeah, I think it's Edgeworth and the murderer. So there was 3 people. One person killed Hammond, and then Edgeworth then picked up the gun and then fired at the murderer. But who the murderer? Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:15, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went into the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Hammond's place.
I'm not sure what to make of all this.
Ludicrous.
Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then.
The murderer's name? Right, it's... What? It's obviously not Edgeworth. That's kind of stupid, but like... Oh, man. It's 12 p.m., so the sun is pretty visible and warming. Oh, well, that's nice. That's very, very good. And a nice, healthy dose of sunshine. Absolutely. But, like, save? Can't. Okay. Yes, I will save. Save the game. Now pick funny. I'm doing it because I want to, not because you told me to. It's because I want to. Okay? The power of time travel games. Saving skills. Hell yeah. On second thought, that's a really dumb answer. I might get a laugh or two out of the crowd, but that's about it. Nick, something on your mind? Huh? Oh, nothing.
Mr. Wright, stop laughing and tell us who the murderer is.
Oh, God. Yes, Your Honor. The murderer's name. Right, it's... It's a lot of art. I don't think it is, but I'm just saying it for shits and giggles. You sure about it's not Lotta. Why would she? The murderer's none other than Miss Lotta Hart.
The investigative photographer?
Yes.
You're saying that young lady dressed up like Robert Hammond and fooled Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, well, she did look sort of manly. I disagree, Phoenix. By all means, object me. I am ashamed I actually listened to this utter nonsense. Listen, you came to this conclusion based on a piece of evidence. That is, this photograph taken at 11:50. You didn't have this photograph, you never would have made this claim. Correct? And just who is it who went out of their way to give you that piece of evidence? Yeah, Phoenix, dumbass. It was Lotta Hart. Why would the murderer go to all that? Thank damn. I know it's not her. It's just a funny answer. Lotta's actually an assassin. I saw through her clever ruse. Actually, isn't that like a thing that like murderers do? They try to help out with the case as much as possible to like Like, oh, see, I'm not the murderer. I'm helping out. Why would I incriminate myself? Yes. Like, isn't it, like, actually a thing? I guess they wouldn't.
Mr. Wright, I'm going to penalize you for this.
Whoops.
Mr. Wright, can you really tell us the name of the murderer?
Uh-oh. He looks suspicious. I better bluff and bluff good. The murderer's name. Right. It's... Ow. You've heard that before? A lot of narcissists? Yeah. Oh, well, if anything, we've actually already did that with, oh, what's his name? The guy in the pink suit with all the gems and rings and stuff. The guy that killed Mia, sorry. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name because nobody knows his name. It's my papa, the owner of the boat shack.
You don't know?
Bah, again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then.
Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest the real scene of the crime was not on a boat?
What? Well then, where did the murder take place?
Show the judge where the murder took place? At the shack itself. Yeah, take that. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That's why he could never meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Why are you objecting me? Do you have any proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. Yeah, he's searching the lake. There's no boats out there. That night, he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat?
The boat shop.
Oh, you had an ad? Oh, I'm sorry, Neko. A lot of dumbasses murdered because they think they're smart enough to get away with it. Like they're some sort of Death Note savant. Like, it's weird. It's so weird how I guess it takes some kind of, like, you know, dumbass mentality like that to, you know, kill somebody. But still, it's like, why? And help police because they think they're playing some intelligent mind game. I know, they all think they're light.
Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning.
Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning and I take it slow, I just might be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. Oh, God. Oh, God. He's left-handed. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. But why? When he got on the boat with Edgeworth, he went out into the middle of the lake.
Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright?
Well, it's been fired 3 times. So I'm going to say the next shot was from the boat shop caretaker. And then the last shot was from Miles. Yeah. The murderer is left-handed. What? I just saw in that little flashback that he was left-handed, and apparently it's got prints on the left hand or some shit. Yeah. So I'm gonna say it's the boat shop. Miles did fire a bullet, but he fired the last bullet. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone?
Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. To create a witness. Because the first shot missed? No, he said both shots were on purposely not fired. So I'm going to say, yeah, to create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor.
Create a witness?
The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and fires again. Then, he just starts swimming. The murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him.
I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other.
The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice, to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. That's what happened, Your Honor. Those are the events that transpired the night of Gourd Lake. Sure. I suppose. You're happy to find another left-handed psycho murderer like yourself. Because all left-handed people are the devil or something. You got me there, Nova. You caught me left-handed. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. To create a witness would make sense. Exactly. But I mean, like, the problem is that he's not of sound mind, you know? Like, he's not really all there. He's kind of got a few marbles loose. So it's tough to say.
Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly.
Or is he fake being crazy? Oh.
Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said?
Yes.
Well, why did you go out on the lake that night?
What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me.
Something important?
I'm sorry. I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir!
Bailiff, we're conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet.
The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat rental shop either.
What?
What should I do?
Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away.
Quick, notify a nearby nun to beat his head with a ruler. No! No, Nova. That's actually like 1,000 times worse considering my background. Oh, boys. How in the world did they check the boat shop that fast? That's just technology there for you, Neko. You didn't realize the caps. I don't know. Caps are caps. A search warrant has already been issued.
It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all of its forces to find that witness.
You didn't hear you over your sister's watching Mr. Beast at deafening volumes. Ah. No, it's just, I was going to go into something. I thought, maybe not. I'll let that sleeping dog lie. I thought it would have made a funny joke, but I'm like, you know what? Never mind. I take that back.
One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker?
It's the dude that was trapped in the elevator.
I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well, this court is adjourned.
My. He was about to reveal the location of one of the bodies the police never found. Never. Nuh-uh. Your Honor? Nuh-uh. Serena's family deserves closure. Yay, Nick, you did it. Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. It's like we're in some kind of video game, a visual novel of sorts, where everything's gotta be nice and suspenseful. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pain. Oh, pain. I was gonna say painted. I'm like, what paint? I mean, it looks like you're probably gonna get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax. Chillax, if you will. That's chill and relax put together. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you. I want to get it off my chest, but it's okay, Edgeworth. Just tell me. I have the same feelings, too. You gotta go before you get too invested. All right. And yes, have a good sleep, and thank you for being here, Isra. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right. And yes, have a good night. You progress past the point in this game that automatically enters you into the cult that always posts Phoenix saying almost Christmas every Christmas Eve. Oh, is that why it was such a big deal for you guys? Oh! Almost Christmas means it's not Christmas. Also, yes, Edgeworth, Phoenix wants to trade Yaoi paddles with you. I can't believe that was a thing. Like, that's like a little bit before my era. So, like, hearing like a history report on the Yaoi paddle is just like, what? People did that? That must suck going to like an anime convention in like the mid 2000s. Just at any moment, you could get slapped in the ass by a paddle. That and glomping. I'm like, that sounds terrifying. I would hate to be like a cosplayer during the glomping era. Like, hey, that's my favorite character. Time to body dive on them. What? What's wrong with you people? I've only ever been to one anime convention, and I want to go again. I'd love to. I want to so bad. I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. Hell, this is a nightmare before Christmas. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. Run that by me again, Edgeworth. What? Come again, my good sir. To be continued. Are you shitting me? What? Save your progress. You goddamn right I'm saving my progress. He's so silly. I guess so. What a silly Billy. All right. That being said, it is time for me to start my day. I appreciate you all for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for this wonderful Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney goodness. And I will see you all in the next. I stepped on a snail. I have felt so bad since then. That snail had a family. And I murdered him in cold blood. Stoopy. Thank Thabki for Strem Stoopy. Stoopy. I'm sorry, but that's a new one for the books right there. Thanks for streaming. Nyanja. No, by all means, Neko, don't be sorry. If anything, it's good for me. It's very good for me to practice my reading. And yes, I will go rest of my day, sleep well, and don't forget to stay hydrated. I will. My coffee is done. So now I'm on to water. You're stoopy poopy. Well, I appreciate it. All right. And I will see you in the next. So bye-bye. Hey, but Shabadoop.